Welcome to this week's Ask Charlie. I have so many people asking me about the ponies, how I look after them, what's my routine. So I'm going to show you. Obviously it's changing all the time depending on the weather, depending on the seasons. We don't have great turnout. It looks immaculate at the moment and the ponies are going out there during the day. We're actually going to be riding this morning, so I have brought Pony in. She's in the sand school at night at the moment when the weather's not too bad. When it's really horrific, she's in during at night as well. And I'm going to put Biscuit and Cassie into the sand school just for an hour or so. They can eat their hay out there and then I'll get them in to ride because we're riding a bit later this morning. And then after we've ridden, they will go out into the paddocks. I have to keep them separate. Pony can be a little bit of a minx and has a nasty habit of kicking. So I keep Cassie and Biscuit together. They work really well and they enjoy each other's company. So they're out in the sand school during the day when it's really wet, kind of full on winter, and then Pony's in during the day. And that's sort of how I'm rotating it and how I'm managing it. I could have the ponies out all winter, but the paddocks would be completely and utterly destroyed, and mud fever and problems like that, actually I've over the years have worked out it's not worth it. We're really lucky to have a full-size sand school, and so they spend their day or their night in there however it works. Our ponies are older. We're a maturing yard, should we say, and so I need to carefully manage them and make sure that they don't have too much grass. And also if there's a heavy frost, the sugar content in the grass is really, really high as the frost is defrosting. So that's why I still have them in at night at the moment, because I don't want them having that. Two of them, Pony, Charlemagne and Biscuit, both have Cushing. So I have to be really, really careful that they don't have that really high sugar content in the grass. So these two will stay out here until we're ready to ride, happily sharing their hay. And I just find it easier to put them in here rather than turn them out into the paddocks. And then they might be a little bit tricky to catch. So they'll stay here for an hour and then we will take them out for a nice ride. Biscuit is particularly filthy, so his stable always has loads of muck to take out. He treads it round as well, which is not ideal. And now for Cassie's stable. Cassie is a real creature of habit, and she pees as soon as I bring her into the stable at night, and she pees the moment she hears me coming up in the morning, over there, always in the same corner. So I actually leave the bedding up in that corner, it's dry up there, and I want that area to dry out during the day. And then in the evening I put the bedding down, do their water, make sure it's fresh and clean, and give them hay and their supper. And a rug change. If the weather's been warmer and I've taken off their rug during the day, then I put their rug on at night, because it's getting cold at night, the temperature's dropping, and so I put a cosy rug on them. Definitely gets your heart rate going doing that. Right, I get up there pretty much every day, squash it down. The muck heap can't be emptied until the ground is dry enough for the tractor to come across. It comes all the way across the fields. So we've got to wait until the ground is bone dry before this can be emptied, so it has to last us. Doing that also keeps me pretty fit too. So that is my morning routine with the ponies. It takes me about an hour. I love the time actually quietly up here on my own. The children do help. I do encourage them to get involved as much as possible, but actually I love listening to an audiobook or a podcast and just having a bit of quiet time for me in the mornings. Don't we? I find the horsey world can be pretty opinionated, but this is how I do our morning routine, how it works for us. Obviously when the weather gets better and they'll be out overnight, it will save time mucking out. In the evenings I muck out the sand school and paddocks, hay, water, feed, rug change. It's really important to take the rugs off and check. I actually found a tick on Charlemagne yesterday, and so it's important to keep a good eye on them and to take their rugs off, give them a brush, give them some attention. They love it, and it's how you bond with them as well. Spending time up here is really, great for bonding, isn't it? So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found that interesting. Wishing you a fabulous, fabulous weekend, and I will see you again next week.